So, I've heard a lot of people ask and make videos and posts saying, well, where was God for me? Where is God? Why didn't He answer my prayers? Why didn't He stop that horrible thing that happened to me or someone else? Why isn't He stopping the bad in the world? I understand that question deeply. My journey has been one of immense pain and struggles. I was brought up in an abusive household and I was subject to abuse. Recently, I was diagnosed with CPTSD, which doesn't hold any power over me, if that makes sense. Like, it just helps me, I guess, feel validated and all of like the pain and like the frustration I felt for so long. Trust me, I suffered for years just feeling misunderstood and voiceless. So in my pain, I sought solace and fleeting comforts. I would jump from man to man. I would use people, and I did not care. I took advantage of and was taken advantage of, and I was sexually assaulted. And from a young age, I even went to ingesting all kinds of pills and other substances to just really numb that pain. But those choices, obviously, and what I chose to ingest hindered my mental growth and my overall health for a long time. And I'm only just now really healing and growing. At one point, I was even arrested for drug possession and embezzlement, so I felt for a long time just really lost and hurt, angry, and sad. And I didn't feel like I was where I was supposed to be in that time or by that age. I just really felt behind. Like, there's some moments, several times, where I got so bad and felt so hopeless, like I considered just unaliving myself and giving up. Like, in those moments, some of the thoughts were, well, like, I've screwed up so bad, dude. Like, how am I gonna get out of this? Like, in what way will these relationships heal? In what way will I become better? In what way can I climb up from here? So, back to the main point, and this really is a question, well, where was God? Where was God in all this? Where was He for me? Someone shouldn't have been abused how I was by the people I was abused by. I shouldn't have felt alone and cried that many times. Well, He was there. He was right there next to me every time I was crying. And He was crying with me, because that's who He is. He was collecting every single tear that fell. He was there in my loud wailing cries. He was there in my silent cries. Like, in those moments of deep despair and pain and frustration, alone in my car or on the floor in the corner of my room, or even like sometimes I'd go outside and just like cry and like look at the moon and like the stars. But He was right there with me. I know He's protected me from farther harm that I could have gotten in. He's protected me from so much that I don't know about. And he protected me in my absolute darkest times. Like when my record was wiped clean and I was given a second chance and was starting to turn my life around, he was there. He was happy with me. He was on my side. He was protecting me. And all the risky crap that I did and the choices I made, like he protected me from diseases and unwanted pregnancies, in being in a lifelong commitment and bondage with a man that was not meant for me. So in my moments of admiring nature and caring for animals and creating artwork, I really did find beauty and peace and rest from everything. I always have. But even in those small moments when I was nurturing and caring for those animals, I was unknowingly showing that love, goodness, and kindness that was meant to be one of the many things absolutely robbed from me. Like, as I fed and cared for and protected those animals, he was feeding me strength and love. When I would just sit and admire nature around me and the beauty of it, God was right there admiring me so much more. So basically, I had a chance. And I made my choices, and I kept my strength. And I chose the right path. And I rose from my trials and pain. And that pain, for sure, was meant to absolutely destroy me, and it almost did. But, you know, in the end, I've just gained a stronger experience, really, and understanding in life and what you know, different people go through. Stuff that isn't talked about. I want to be that voice for those people who don't know how to talk about it. Like, more recently, so even last night, I was sitting there crying, thinking about the beauty of how far I've come. Like, how dark it was and how good it is now, and how close my relationship is with God. Like, just how beautiful that is, and how he stuck by me, and he was faithful to me, and he loved me the entire time. And, you know, no, it's not about religion, and it's not about rules. It's not how it works, because Jesus became law, and he died on the cross for us. That's his love. Do you have someone that killed themselves for you to save you from literally all pain forever? That's Jesus. So really, when I look back and I think about all that I've been through, my desire and flame, I guess, really just grows to share my story more and more so, and to really give words of hope. I am an overcomer, and you are, and you can be too, because God never left you. He's been there all along, guiding you, protecting you, and loving you so much. So embrace the hope and love within you. You are never alone. God is always with you, and together with Him, me, others, we can do anything.